Hi, I'm Natalie Williams. I'm a certified yoga teacher with a degree in exercise science. In this video, we're going to go over some yoga poses to help with hip pain. So we're going to go ahead and come into a tabletop position. So go ahead and spread those hands out with your middle fingers in a parallel line like railroad tracks. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all aligned and your knees are underneath your hips for a tabletop position. So we're really focusing on the hips here. So go ahead and tuck your tailbone under, drop your head and arch your back and really activate your core here. Tuck your tailbone as much as possible in, and then lift and tilt your bottom up, chest up, shoulders back to get a nice flexion and extension of the spine. We're moving back and forth here to some cat and cows. Just warming up those hips, tilting them internally and externally, rotating them back and forth. So if you want to incorporate breath work here, you can. So here you take a deep inhale, you lift up, your head up, your heart up, your shoulders back, and your bottom back. And if you want to go a little bit into cat pose, you tuck your tailbone in, arch your head, and separate your shoulder blades. So let's go ahead and find a tabletop position from here. Nice neutral spine. And again, warming up the hips. So we're going to go in a circular motion here, nice and round. Just one big circular motion, bringing the hips forward and back. And just do as much as you can comfortably. And pause. Let's go the other direction. Up and around. Good. Just a few more times. Then find your tabletop, and we're going to sit into a child's pose. So if you have something that you want to place under your knees, you can, but we're going to rock the hips over the calves and drop it down. If you have a block, you can place it over your head or just stack your hands just like so. And then walk your hands out in front of you. Activate this stretch by pushing into the top portion of your fingertips, and then send both hips over towards your right to get a medial glute stretch. Just stretching out the right side there. That can be tight for the hip. Then very slowly, without rocking too harsh on the knees, over to the other side. It's just basically you're moving your hips over on the left side of your legs. Then bring it back to center. Come on up to tabletop position. And we're gonna go and tuck the toes under and lift the hips up and walk the hands about a hand length in front into downward facing dog. Go ahead and bend one knee at a time, dropping one heel down and then the other. Then find a still downward facing dog. Shift your gaze up to your hands and walk your feet there. Bend your knees as much as you need to into a forward fold. So if your legs are straight, you want to shift your weight towards your toes so you don't hyperextend the back of your knees, or you can always bend your knees, whatever feels best for you. Then we're gently going to go ahead and send your weight into your heels and shift it towards your bottom and round on up, nice and slow. Take your time getting up and go ahead and place your right leg in front and step your left leg back into a lunge. Place your hands on your heart, shoulders back, take a deep inhale and exhale. What you're doing right here in this lunge is your knee is on top of your heel and you're rotating the left hip down. You're on the ball of the back foot and both hips are facing forward. This is a really good stretch for the iliopsoas band that connects to the base of your spine and wraps onto the upper part of your thigh. So really rotate that left leg down, and you're warming up your legs right now. So everything's getting nice and warm for you to go into a deeper stretch. If you need a modification, you can place your hands right here, but make sure it's not on the knee, or you can drop the knee down. It's whatever is comfortable for you. So from here, if you can, to get a nice deep stretch in the hip, we're gonna walk our hands on the inside of the right leg into lizard pose. If you wanna make this more of an active pose, you lift that left knee up, but again, only do what feels most comfortable for you. Don't overdo it. So here, take a few breaths in and out, deep inhale and exhale. Notice how your inhale, you align a little bit more, and your exhale, you sink in a little bit more. So from here, if you wish, you can come down all the way to your forearms if you're flexible enough. Remember, you can keep that knee dropped if you would like. Take a few breaths here in and out, and just try to relax your muscles around your thighs and your hips. And then we're gonna go ahead and place your weight into your hands. Lift that left back leg up if it's not already, And then we're gonna go and take the right arm and straddle the right leg this time. From here, we're gonna straighten the right leg as much as comfortable and then drop your nose towards the knee. Try to relax and give into it. Take a deep inhale and exhale a little bit further. Then bend the right leg, arms come up, lean forward, and step forward to chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart, shoulders back, navel in and up. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. And keep your left leg in front this time. Weight goes towards the heel and step the right leg back. Shoulders back, navel in and up. Really drop that right hip forward. Watch out to make sure the knee does not go in front of the ankle. It's right on top of the ankle. You're really using your quads here. You're dropping that right hip down to get a really good inner thigh stretch, and hands to your heart. Deep inhale and exhale. Try to just focus on the areas where you feel the stretch. Make sure your weight is distributed between your left leg and right leg equally. And your right foot and left foot are facing straight to the front. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and come on down. Your hands can come on your thigh if you wish, or you can drop your right knee. Either way, both hands are coming on the inside of the left leg into lizard pose. You can lift up the right knee, or if you want to, you can come on down and or into full lizard. Really try to relax that left hip, open, open, open. Few breaths here, in and out. Then with the strength of your arms, you can come on up. And then we're gonna take the left arm and straddle that left leg. So your right and left hand are straddling the left leg. From here, we're gonna lift the hips up. If you can only bend from here, that's fine, but if you can go all the way, nose towards the knee. Few breaths in and out. Then straighten the left leg, lean to the front, arms come up to help you balance. Lean forward, make sure your weight goes in the left heel, and step forward to chair pose. So we're gonna go ahead and do a forward fold, so make sure you bend from the hips and come forward, forward, forward. Bend your knees whenever you need to and come on down. So if you're here, that's fine, or if you're here, that's fine, but make sure your weight is not in your heels if you are straight-legged. So go ahead and place your hands down, bend your knees, and step it back into a plank. Elbows, shoulders, wrist, all aligned. Squeeze that navel in and up. Make sure you're not dropping the hips. That's bad for your back or coming up too far. You're nice in a one straight line here. So from here, we're gonna shift up into downward facing dog. If you need to bend your knees and walk your feet in closer, you can, or just do what's comfortable for you. So take a deep inhale and exhale here. Relax your head, relax your jaw. Just let everything be still as possible. Shift your weight to the left leg. The right leg's gonna come on up and roll around that ankle. Then bend open that hip and open it up all the way as much as comfortable. Try to keep your shoulders in line if one's coming up a little bit higher than the other. Deep inhale and exhale here. Then shift your gaze up to your hands, and if you can make this transition, great. If not, take your time, however you can get your foot in between your hands. So again, we'll make sure that knee is directly on top of the heel. From here, we're gently gonna drop the left knee down and untuck the toes. So make sure your knee doesn't have too much weight. You can place a towel underneath it if you would like, and then you're lifting up a little bit so that your knee doesn't get all the pressure. From here, we're just gonna place the hands onto the right thigh and rotate that left hip as much as possible forward. So if this is too much for you, if you feel it right here, this is great, or you can come a little bit more deeper into it. If you want an even deeper stretch, reach up the arms and lift up and back, and you'll really feel that inner hip flexor stretch open up. Take a deep breath in and out here. Then go ahead and place your hands straddling the right leg again, tucking the toes under, lifting the left leg up, and we're gonna walk it back into a plank. If you can't get into it this way, just make your way back into a plank however works for you. So tucking up and finding your plank. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Fix your plank, chime into your body. Then lift the hips up to your downward facing dog again. This time we're shifting the weight to the right leg for left leg up for three-legged dog. Watch your shoulders and roll around that left ankle. Wiggle the toes if you'd like. Then bend open the left hip. Really open, open, open. Shift your gaze up to your hands. Take the left leg, arch it through all the way, and gently place it in between your hands, or again, however you get there. Left ankle is directly underneath the left knee. Nice alignment here. Then gently drop the right leg and walk your hands on up. Untuck the toes and make sure something's underneath your knee. If you feel any pressure, you should never feel any joint pain, unless if you know of certain reasons from your doctor, like arthritis, for example. So you're dropping that right hip forward. Your hands are right here. If you want a little deeper stretch, lean up and back. Take a few breaths in and out here, in and out. Then go ahead and place your hands down on your leg. Lean forward. Straddle your left leg, tuck the right toes under, and find your plank again. Take a deep inhale and exhale, then lift the hips up to downward facing dog, shake it all out. This time, shift your gaze up to your hands, and we're gonna go ahead and find a seated position. So I'm gonna face you, and you're just coming into a crisscross leg seated. So you wanna make sure you're on your sit bones. So you should feel your bones underneath you, your ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and a nice tall spine. Don't worry about what leg is on top right now. Any crisscross. Lift up, deep inhale. Bend from your hips, head up, heart up, chin up, and then from the base of your spine, you come down. If you feel it right here, you can stop, or if you can come all the way down, you can go all the way down. And just take a few breaths here, in and out. You'll feel it in your hips for sure. Then inhale, lift up, pushing off your hands if they're on the ground. Nice tall spine. So go ahead and switch your legs to the other one on top. It might feel a little awkward. And lift up nice and tall again, rotating the hips back, shoulders up. Deep inhale here. Then aid the stretch going into a forward fold. And you can drop your head last if you can, or you can stay up here. If you feel any tension in your back, just stay up. Promise, if you lean forward and you stick your bottom back, you'll feel a nice little stretch there. Few breaths here, in and out. Good, one more deep inhale. And exhale, release. Then we're gonna round up with the inhale, lift up, up, up. Nice tall spine. Check into your body for a second. What do you notice? You a little bit warmer now? We're gonna lean back. I'm gonna mirror you, so you're gonna take the right leg and just rock it. Flex the foot, because if your foot is flexed, it helps keep the knee aligned. Rocking it back and forth. So if you can, we're gonna take the right leg, bring it across the left side of the body. If this is too extreme for you, you lean back, you kick that left leg out, straight in front of you. But nice tall spine, and you can cross it over. And then we're gonna lift up and turn over that right shoulder, grabbing your right leg. The right arm is coming behind your back for stability. You lift up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, twist over that right shoulder. So if you can, for the other option, your left knee is bent and you're just twisting over that right shoulder here. So wherever you are, take a deep inhale, lift up from the base of your spine, and exhale, twist over that right shoulder a little bit more deep. One more deep inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist over. Then inhale, unravel. Come back to center. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. So take your left leg, cradle it, make sure it's a nice alignment here. Find that nice tall spine, no arching, especially in the lower back, nice and lifted. Good. Then choose your option, whether the right leg is extended or if it is bent. We're gonna take that left leg over, lift up nice and tall, take your left arm, place it behind your back for stability. Push up, take a deep inhale here, and exhale, twist over that left shoulder. Try to keep your knee into your body if you can. You always have the option to go into a deeper upper twist, but we're really focusing on the lower body right now. So lift up and into your body, deep inhale, and exhale, twist a little bit more over that left shoulder. Once more, deep inhale, lift. We're gonna twist a little deeper. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Then inhale, unravel. Coming back to the center, unraveling the legs, whichever way they are. Maybe shake out those toes, shake out the legs. Then we're gonna bring the feet together right here. So you can keep it here, or if you can, bend from the hips and come down. What you want to do is you want to hold on to your ankles and you can push down into your legs, or if you already feel enough, you can just keep it here. So one more deep inhale, lift, and exhale, bending forward. Try to relax your hips and just sink into it. Then inhale, lift on up. So bring those knees up. If you want assistance, you can. And I'm gonna turn over to the side, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your back down slowly to the ground. Keep a bend in your knees right here and gently come on down, 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 all the way. So make sure you have the natural curvature of your lower back, and then your upper back presses into the ground, and then you have a nice curvature underneath the neck. So keep the chin up, ears, shoulders, and hips all aligned still here in a nice S curvature spine. So go ahead and walk your feet out about hip width apart. You can place your hands down or tee them out to the side, whatever's comfortable for you, but keep your chin lifted and weight goes in the heels. We're gonna lift the hips up off to the ground. Few breaths here, in and out. You can keep it here, or you can clasp your arms and roll your shoulders back. But the key is to really open up the hips right here. Deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale, gently lower all the way down to the ground. Then go ahead and bring those knees into your chest and roll around in a circular motion. Massaging that lower back, and then go the other direction. Then bring those knees into your chest and hug, hug, hug yourself. Then kick the legs up to the sky and shake them out a little bit. Then go ahead and grab 2 peace fingers onto your big toe, or grab your ankles wherever they can go. We're going into happy baby. So your knees can come out just like so. You can grab right here, or 2 peace fingers on your toes, and just try to release your hips. Let those hips open up. Deep inhale and exhale here. If you want to rock side to side, you can, massaging your lower back and your sides. Or if you desire, you can go out into a straddle and open up your hips a little bit more, working your adductor muscles. Then go ahead and bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest again, rocking side to side. Go ahead and grab your right leg. Extend your left leg on the ground. Swoop your hands underneath and kick up the right leg. Rolling around that right ankle, wiggle the toes, flex the foot, and go ahead and keep the foot flexed. Squeeze your quads. You can bend your right knee if you want to, or you can keep it straight. We're gonna take the right leg across the left side of the body. Right arm goes out to the right, and rotate that right foot down towards the ground. It gets more of the IT band. Everything's connected, especially in the lower body. So holding it here, take a few breaths in and out. Then one more deep inhale and exhale. Then bend the right knee and then bring it into your chest. So let's go ahead and switch legs, making sure that you have that nice curvature of the spine still. The lower back has a nice arch, your neck has a nice arch, and your chin is lifted up. Go ahead and bring the left knee into your chest, and we're gonna go ahead and swoop your hands underneath that left thigh. Kick the left leg up to the sky and roll around that ankle, wiggle the toes, whatever feels good for you. Then we're gonna rotate that foot towards the ground and take it on over as much as comfortable. You can bend the left leg, that's fine too. Then the left arm can go out to the side, or you can bend it. And again, remember, you can also bend the left leg. Few breaths here, in and out. And if your foot is straight, keep it rotated towards the ground if possible, that left foot. One more deep inhale and exhale here. Sink in a little bit more. Then inhale, squeeze your core. Then bring your knees and both knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Then place the left leg down, flex the right foot, and make a figure 4. You can either press down right here, or you can swoop your hands up underneath the left leg. And take a few breaths here, in and out. Try to keep this foot nice and flexed. Chin up, in and out. Then go ahead and bring it in a little bit tighter, opening up that right hip. Then gently lower it down. Switching legs, right leg goes down, and finding that figure 4 with your left leg. Keeping the foot flexed, holding it here, either gently pushing down or not at all if this is good enough for you. And then swoop the hands underneath the right thigh if you desire, and hold on. You might notice that one hip feels a little tighter than the other, and that's normal too. Just notice it. And then go ahead and bring it in just a little bit more if it feels comfortable for you. And take a deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. And then gently unleash the hands. Bring the knees out with the feet wide, shoulders back, chin up. We're gonna drop both knees so your feet are towards the outside of your mat or at least straddled, and drop both knees over to the left. If you want a little bit more of an upper body stretch too, you can do a cactus arms, but what you're working is the quad muscles that can be really tight, and everything connects towards that hip. So just try to release. A few breaths here, in and out. One more deep inhale and exhale. Then take a deep inhale, squeeze your core, pick up your legs, lift up the lower back just a little bit to readjust that spine, and drop the knees over to the right now. Really try to relax your glutes and everything else and just kind of give into the stretch. Feel your quad muscles. If this is not extreme enough for you, you can also try to grab the left foot with your hand. That'll definitely ignite it a little bit more. A few more breaths here, in and out. And then obviously if it's too much for you, you can bring your legs a little bit closer together. Then squeeze your core, bring your knees up, walk your feet together, lift up to readjust the back. And then we're gonna go ahead and just for another hip opener, just like you did before, a butterfly pose. Place one hand, you're up on your chest, and one hand on your belly, and feel free to close your eyes right now. Take a deep inhale towards the chest and let it release. And then another breath, but this time inflating all the way to your belly. And then take the deepest inhale you can, and exhale, release. And then one more deep inhale, and exhale. And then place your hands on the outside of your thighs, squeeze your core, bring the knees into your chest, and roll over onto the right side just to help drain your heart. And then hang out here for a few moments, or you can push up to a nice tall seat. And thank you so much for practicing with us. Namaste. Thank you for watching this video. If you have further hip pain, make sure you consult your physician.